Sunsets turn into night, the choir singing a melody that ignites this hunger inside. But baby, after the day breaks, the cold winds blow into town. I've got it all but somebody to love me, the one that I never found. Oh. Tipping on them fofos with my crown. Once you with me, we gon' show them how. Still watch me now. And the fields are on fire, come save me again.
Did you move to Rock Nation?
Well, you know what? Rock Nation was my management company. When I graduated college and I came to New York City, I didn't have management. I was just kind of like out there winging it on my own.
Wow.
Myself. And they took me under their wing and they taught me a lot, and we traveled the world together, and they signed Rihanna, and I worked with her for many years, and they signed Rita Ora at the time, and I worked with her for many years, and Neo, the singer-songwriter, was also very, very close with our Rock Nation family, and I worked with him, and so, you know, it was really like a family, and it really helped to guide me as a young girl in New York City and coming into the music industry by myself. So it was good for me.
Fantastic. Now, because you've done so many different styles of music, can I ask you, did you pick that type of music, EDM music, strategically, or is it just because you love, is that your passion?
That's my passion. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can sing anything. I mean, I wrote Love and War for Tamar Braxton, which is a soul R&B cut. Mm-hmm. And then we turned around and I wrote Stay Awake with Ellie Goulding, which is a pop cut, Mm-hmm. And then I've done Selena Gomez and Prince Royce, which are Latin artists, which was top 5 on the Latin chart. So I can really write anything, but EDM music and dance music, I've always loved. I just That's the music that I listen to around my house. I'm listening to Major Lazer. I'm listening to Avicii. I'm listening to Zed and Marion. I'm listening to those artists at my leisure. So that's just the music that I love. That's what that's who I feel, represents me, that style.
Absolutely. And over here in the UK and in Europe, dance music is crazy. We love dance music. We love all music. So we are just waiting for you to come to the UK.
Wait. I cannot wait. Yes.
Oh, yes. There will be people who are going to get in contact with you. Again, I'm putting it out there into the ether again. We want you to come over. We want you to, do concerts and sing your songs. And yes.
As I said, the UK, London is like a second home for me. I mean, I've had some of the best times in my career in London. I was there with the Black Eyed Peas one time, and they did a big show, and the love that the people gave them was just incredible. Rita Ora, Rihanna, Ellie Goulding, Sugar Babes. I mean, I've had a rich history in the UK, and I love being there. I love being there.
Absolutely, and we will love to see you again. So people watch this space, because Makeba Riddick is coming over to do her own thing soon. We know this.
Yes.
Yeah, we definitely know this. I mean, can I ask you, if you could go back in time? Obviously, we know your career is only just getting started. But is there anything that you would sort of say to yourself or change as you were going on this journey to where you are today?
You know what? I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change anything because I feel like everything that I've gone through has helped to shape my story and has helped to shape me as a person and as an artist. And I want to be able to have this story to tell new young writers and artists that are coming up through the ranks. And everything is not going to be perfect, and that's okay. That is all going to help to shape your story and inspire somebody somewhere one day. So I wouldn't change anything.
Wow, that's wow. Yes. I mean, you're just so busy working. But how do you find the time to take a break and, spend time with your family and friends? And what do you like to do when you get the chance to relax?
I take my moments. I take my time. Right now is not one of those times where things are slow. But it's not, you got to strike while it's hot. But, we find time, and I love to travel, and I love to vacation in warm climates. And I go and me and my kids and my husband and my family, and we just enjoy life. You got to have that balance. And also too, you got to have things to write about, and you can't just be a machine, right? Nobody's a robot. Nobody can do that. You got to have the balance in your life to go and see beautiful things and culture yourself and, have things to write about.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Please, can you tell us more about your new album? Because we've only just touched on it. Can you tell us more about some of the songs and how they came to be written, what you're talking about in all your subjects?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. It's interesting. When I was A&Ring for this company, The Chemist, Garnett March, I came across a producer from Israel, a producer DJ from Israel, and his name is Dumb Bunny, right? Okay. We were trying to do like all of this R&B stuff, writing, and they were sending me like all his R&B tracks, and it just wasn't, the chemistry wasn't there on his R&B stuff. It was good, but the songs just weren't coming out amazing. Right. So one day he snuck me one of his EDM tracks, and I was floored, literally blown away by this producer, DJ Dumb Bunny. And then I wanted to know more about him. I wanted to know, where are you from and how did you get started and how did you end up in America? And his English wasn't even that good, but he played me more and more of his music. And I was like, oh my God, this kid is amazing. So we started recording dance stuff and EDM songs, and I started playing it for people, and people were like blown away, like, oh my goodness, you and this kid have the Midas touch. Wow. And so we started recording more and more, and we went to this one label, and we were trying to get them to pick up the project, and just, timing wasn't right, things weren't right with this one label, and so we just kept recording. And then I caught the attention of this label called Diamond Music, and they work with Big Deal Records, who the CEO, Bill Dern, he signed artists like New Edition and like the veterans in the industry. And he heard my project and he was floored. He was blown away. And he said, I want to sign this project and I want to distribute it and I want to put it out because I think people need to hear it. So I really have to give kudos to Dumb Bunny, the producer, because he really helped me to find my sound as an artist. And it's amazing, him coming all the way from Israel and winding up in America, and me being from Baltimore City, and us coming together and creating what I call a masterpiece of a project. And you know, the songs are just about life and things that I've gone through. I have a song called Pieces of the Sun, which is an incredible story about myself and my eternal boyfriend. We came back together after 15 years. And then I have a song called Haven that I wrote about my baby girl. And it's just some really, really good, feel-good party dance songs on the project, and I cannot wait for people to hear it. Wow. And then I can't forget, I'm sorry, Make a Wish, the title cut, Make a Wish, which is really going to be good. It's crazy because we as songwriters, we write these songs about certain situations, and then people hear it and they have their own take on it and their own spin on it. Yeah. But Make a Wish is a song that's really, really close to my heart. And it's about a situation and a person that I separated from. And in my heart, I really wanted to be back in the situation. I wanted to be back with that person. And the song talks about, so every night I'm gonna throw a penny in the air and make a wish and hope that I come back to you and hope that we come back to each other. So it's some really, really good, you know, I'm a lyricist at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
And so those lyrics are really powerful.
Oh, absolutely. And it's great to hear that you do so much from personal experience as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of my biggest songs that I've written for other artists are personal stories that happened to me, and we laugh about it when the artist records it and it comes out and it becomes a worldwide hit, because it just makes you go, hey, everybody is going through the same thing. We are on the same journey. We are fighting for the same things. We are brokenhearted at the same time. You know?
Absolutely. And the thing is, this is why I think you have been and will continue to be so successful, especially in your songwriting, is because you can really capture, you know, how people are feeling. And people, you know, when people listen to a song and say, oh my God, I know exactly what she means. It's because they've been through it, or they're going through it, or they know someone who's been through it. Absolutely. We're all human, right?
We are all human, sharing the same experience.
Oh my goodness, that is fantastic. I mean, so were you dancing around in the studio when you were recording?
Absolutely. I was dancing around. I was putting on my own show. And then I would call all my friends in the studio and I said, hey guys, come and listen to this and tell me what you think. And if you don't get the chills, then I need to start over. I need to back at square one. And it's funny because the first single, the debut single that I released, was produced by another hometown friend of mine, by Happy White. And he played me the track, and I thought it was an incredible track, and I started writing to it. And I said, I'm just not feeling this, and I just want to do this track justice. And you know what? Maybe this is not the track for me. And I came back 2 days later, and I listened to what I had started, because I was going to trash the whole thing and just do something else. And I was like, oh, wait, there's something there. There's really something there. Bring me a king. And I started listening to it, and I wrote the record. I wrote a song. And everybody was like, "Oh my goodness, this is your debut single. This is what you need to put out for the people." And so it just, the way that it came together was really special.
Absolutely. So it sounds like it was a project that you had planned to do, but you weren't definitive at the time, sort of where it could end up. But it's become that organic thing. So this is your EP. We want to know, when are you going to do a full album?
I'm gonna do a full album, but you know what? I'm gonna leave that up to the people. If there is a demand for Makeba to do a full album, and people love my music, and they say, we want to hear